And one more thing, Steeler Nation. Anyone who wants Cameron Heyward to retire or get traded doesn't really understand Steelers football. And maybe, just maybe, you need to listen to a bloke from Australia to give you a refreshment on these ideas. They're not trading TJ Watt. They're not trading Cameron Heyward. They won't be trading Minka Fitzpatrick. I can see Minka and also possibly maybe Cameron Heyward going into a coaching role. How cool would that be? But I did see this tweet from Cameron Heyward himself, and he's pretty pissed off. He says here, Cameron Heyward, this is the man himself. Funny how when you get hurt and you kill yourself to get back to play and not to be 100%, now they want you to retire because I was hurt all last year. At least I now know where y'all stand. Y'all quick to forget when I'm healthy, but I look forward to reminding y'all. By the way, I can't say that word y'all. We never use y'all. We don't say that. We say like use. I don't know. We don't say y'all. Is that more like an American thing, I guess? Anyways, quick to remind you guys that's you forget when I'm healthy, and people are saying, oh, we want him to retire, cut him. You know, you'll see the clickbait sports out there. Sorry, not clickbait sports, clickbait channels out there, the chats and these things like, oh, you have to get rid of Cameron Heyward, he's a liability. Cameron Heyward is a Pittsburgh Steeler through and through, black and gold, true Steeler. He'll pretty much retire when he knows his body's done, and the Steelers will work something out, and he'll walk off into the sunset, hopefully with a Super Bowl. But we don't know. It's really hard to win one. It's kind of like the Big Ben situation. They weren't gonna cut Big Ben. They weren't gonna trade him. He was always gonna be a Steeler from day one to the very end. Cameron Heyward's the same way. So you'll see the channels out there saying this: the Cameron Heyward should be traded for this. TJ Watt should be traded for Herbert or whatever. It's all absolute nonsense. Cameron Heyward just won Walter Payton Man of the Year, and that doesn't mean nothing to anyone. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to Cam. Means a lot to the Steelers community. It means a lot to, Pittsburgh Steelers or even Pittsburgh, the city. Think about that too. Sometimes not just based on him being in the football team. It's based him representing the city, the black and gold, the Steelers, the actual football team, and the overall city as a person. And now he's got his younger brother there, Connor Heyward. They're not going to trade him. So all this nonsense talks about they want him to retire. Cam's good until he isn't, If it's one more year this year, if it's 2 more years, and then he kind of walks off into the sunset, I'm pretty cool with it, right? So I did see that tweet from Cameron Heyward. I'm glad he's a bit fired up, a bit pissed off, a bit angry at the fake fans out there, because there are a ton of them. Steeler Nation is huge, but there are a lot of fake fans who only follow, during the regular season, and the minute we start to lose, they jump off the bandwagon. It's not like you guys or some of you guys out there that follow each and every single day, that keeps up with the team. They know how the Steelers work. And for me, I cannot get enough of it. I will talk Steelers football if I'm free each and every day. If I run into someone in the street at a bar, you got to knock me on the shoulder and say, I'm done. I can't talk anymore, right? So this Cameron Heyward stuff, I'm glad he's angry. I'm glad he's pissed off. Fuel to the fire. And the national media maybe is saying to him to retire. Steelers fans, he probably reads a lot saying retire. So it's overall just junk. Cameron Heyward is a Pittsburgh Steeler until he doesn't want to be. But I want to give you guys a reminder myself too, right? So Cameron Heyward is 6'5", big unit. But I want to look to his stats because I just don't have enough time or get reminded enough to go and do these things, right? But you go back to, he was drafted in 2011, so 13 years ago, first round, 31st overall. So 2011, where was I in 2011? That was like 4 years after school for me. That's crazy, right? Now I go to his stats. So he's been playing with the Steelers for, like 13 years, 194 games. Insane. 159 games started. Interceptions 2. That's pretty crazy. Pass deflections, got his big paw up there 47 times. Forced fumbles, 8. Fumble recoveries, 7. No TD yet. We need to get Cameron Heyward this year. This year, we need to get Cameron Heyward a TD, right? Sacks, 80.5. I think is he second, with TJ Watt is first in Steelers history. James Debo Harrison will be third now. I think he might be second or third with James Debo Harrison, right? Tackles overall combined, 647. That's pretty crazy. And I'm pretty sure this is a separate stat, though. Like the combined tackles are different to solo. So combined tackles 647 and 404, according to Pro Football Reference, 404 tackles solo. So over 1,000 tackles. Assisted is 243. And we have tackles for a loss is 121. And quarterback hits 179. And there are people out there, fans, saying we need to cut this guy. The guy's been a Pittsburgh Steeler for his whole entire career. Yes, he might have 1 more year, 2 more years. You do not cut a guy like this. You let Cameron Heyward work it out for the rest of his career, 1 more year, 2 more years. Then, if you can, you get this guy straight into coaching. Maybe have a year off, do his podcast, get him into coaching. Somehow, some way, you keep Cameron Heyward a part of the Steelers organization. Not only for the stuff he does with the community, but just the mentor that he is to each and every one or young blokes in the locker room. They need a guy like this, right? That veteran leadership. Cameron Heyward is the guy. So if you're listening, Cam, I would love to come on your show. I would love to have you on my show too if you do see this video. But I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Funny how you get hurt and you kill yourself to get back to play, and now they want you to retire.